Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I am not. Good morning, Amelia. I am tired. I got off my game early last night trying to go to sleep early and it did not work. I am tired. I've taken 2 trades this morning. I lost both of them. I'll show you guys those a little bit later. The first trade was something that I've been a little about. I've seen it work a couple times, so I was like, let's go ahead and still do it. Basically, it was a divergence trade where both reversal bars touched the zone, the bias zone, change zone. And like I said, because I've seen it work a couple of times, I was like, oh, let's just go ahead and do it. I'm going back to not doing it because you're basically trying to kind of take the trade hoping that price uses it as a support level or resistance level or zone when it hasn't established it yet. So we'll get rid of that. And then the other one was counter trend divergence, which wasn't really a problem, but I forget which day it was, but I took a divergence trade and I broke even at the last flat area of a new high or low. I can't remember which one it was. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to continue doing that or not. So today I chanced it. And yeah, I lost. It literally hit that last flat area and bounced right on back up. So, yeah. So it's all good. So without those 2 trades, I don't think I would have had any trades at all so far, which is fine. So it's all good. Good morning, Janelle. How are you this morning? Good morning. But yeah, so it's all good. When I show them to y'all, I don't know. It's so weird because, I came into today, I'm like, all right, I'm going to take every trade, whatever. It's fine. The 2 losses are not even bothersome. It's just the fact that, like, they're losses from trades that I already was, like, iffy about already. But because I've seen it work a couple of times lately, I'm like, okay, we'll just take it. But that's what I was telling you guys before, like, which is why it's so important that I refine my rules a certain way, because when the market was moving in a way where my strategy would have like 10, 15 valid setups in a session, I wasn't taking all of them. But, by the time I finished journaling, that's about what I would have. Certain things worked, but when you only have, let's say, 5 to 7 valid setups in a session, those same things do not work. And that's why it's important that I refine my rules a certain way so that when the market is working and moving in a way where I can get a lot more trades, yes, I will be missing out on some wins then, but it'll keep me out of losses for days like today where it's 9 o'clock and I haven't had any, besides those 2 that were iffy, I didn't have any other setups. So I would rather not have the losses on days like today. I would rather that than care about, missing out on wins where I have 10 other trades that won that particular day, if that makes sense. So I'm not even bothered. I'm going to be honest with you. It's just like you already had a hunch about this, and there's a reason why. you know, all the chart time that I've been putting in every single day, I notice the same things every single day. So I'm not even tripping, not even the slightest. So like this is what happened with this trade right here. I got into the counter trend divergence off of the new high, and look, literally price came back. So this is the last flat area. Even though it was a very short time period, this was the last flat area of the new high right here. When we reversed down, what did we do? Everything was perfect about this trade. We came down, hit this high, and bounced up. I used to just break even there all the time, but because the last session that I had a trade like this, I broke even and it went straight through. I was like, oh, maybe now that I've redefined some things, it doesn't matter anymore. No, it still matters. It just worked that one time. The other trade was back here somewhere. I just have to trust what I see every day, you know? I don't even see it. Where is it? Oh, right here. I forgot how, oh, well, the zone was painted like probably around like this or something. So you can see how this was a divergence trade, pull back to my middle half trend level. Fine. Don't worry about the yellow line. But anyway, so you see how the top was on the top of the zone and the bottom was on the bottom of the zone. I've seen this work out the last couple of times. So I'm like, oh, let's go ahead and try it out. No, because basically the trend had just changed to an uptrend and I'm trying to force this to be a support level when it's not yet. It's not a support level yet. So I'm going to stop taking trades like this. I already don't do it if it's like a regular pullback, but the divergence trades was what I was seeing work the last couple of times. It only happened a couple of times. So yeah, I'm going back to not taking this trade. It wicked me out. Only went up 15 ticks, so still this reversal bar would have stopped me out. But look what happens after it finally decides to use this as support. We go up this number of ticks. Like, come on. So I rather, again, just not take the trade. It's fine. Again, I'm not looking for every single setup anyway. I'm looking for the higher quality setups that's going to get me more wins than losses. That's all I care about. That's it. I gotta redraw this one real quick. But yeah, so the main thing for me is I'm just irritated because it's like I already knew this. But you see something work out a couple times and then you start second guessing. Not really second guessing, but like, oh, you know, maybe that was just a one-off or something when it lost that time. I can go back and look at no. Because it makes sense why price reverses there. So I'll just stick to my guns. That's all. Motivate Nation, you just blew 7 PAs with 2 micros. I was short at 19, 288. Oh, no stop loss. Why you ain't got no stop loss? Because I trade only 2 micros. I think I will have room. That's why I don't put this. Oh yeah, no stop loss is very risky. Do you DCA? I'm sorry to hear that, by the way. Were those all the PAs that you had? That's kind of the reason why I'm not opposed to grouping your PAs into different groups. Not opposed to it at all. Now, will I do it? I don't know. But I'm not opposed to it. Did you have a lot of drawdown in the account? A lot of wiggle room? For the first time in a long time, I did not wake up with a lot of neck and shoulder tightness and pain. So I might have a day with no headache. I bought this new pillow. and I just slept with it for the first time. It's like a cube, and you choose the size based on your height. Um, but I'm starting to think that it wasn't my previous contour pillow that was even the problem, because when I sleep with that pillow on a regular mattress, like let's say I'm out of town or something like that, because I have to take my own pillow, otherwise I'll have a headache every single day of my vacation. Um, but when I sleep in a regular bed, it's not an issue. Like when we went on our family vacation, no issue at all. The problem is that I sleep with a gel mattress topper. So it's not like my bed is flat, if that makes sense, because it conforms to my body. So it, angles down to my body. And so that throws off the alignment of my body because I'm not on a flat plane. So I wanted to look for the cube pillows though, because the problem with contour pillows is, you know, yes, it's that one is like a gel foam as well. However, there's still a certain dip that it's already made with, like it has a concave side and a convex side or whatever. And I think that, I mean, it's not really made for everyone's neck, right? My neck is shifted straight from a car accident. So I have to be really careful with certain pillows. And the reason it gives me a headache is because my neck is already shifted straight. So any little thing can make my neck be even more out of alignment and pinch the nerves in my neck to give me headaches. So yeah, I feel really good after the first night with that pillow. However, I'm thinking that I don't know, I might get another one and get the smaller version, which basically just means that it's a little bit shorter because of the type of bed that I sleep on, and then just keep that one for when I'm home. I don't know, we'll see. But I don't know. Hopefully it stays this way because I feel pretty freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. I do. Hold on, you guys. I gotta take a phone call real quick. Yeah. Good morning, Trenches. Sorry, I'm on a phone call. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. It was 25K accounts, fast track. How do you like fast track trading so far? That's the company that doesn't allow credit cards, right? Which I know everybody was up in arms about, but when you see the sheer number of people who are upset because they get denied payouts with Apex and then they go and charge back, yeah. I don't know. For me, I think when I get to 5 PAs on Apex, I was thinking about just maxing out with Apex first, but based on their payout stuff and waiting 2 weeks, and I don't really feel like it's worth it. So I probably I do want to have 5 PAs though, 4 or 5. Which after these 3 evals pass at some point, I will have 4 PAs. So then at that point, I will diversify and get another account somewhere else. However, the biggest problem is that I won't be able to copy trade without having replicanto and doing the whole over the internet thing, purchasing credits, which is not worth it to me. So I would have to do something where, like, I don't know, after I meet my goal on the Apex accounts, going ahead and logging in and switching or something. I don't know. We'll see. That part I'll have to figure out. Or it'll have to be a company that has TradeAvate accounts that you actually can log into NinjaTrader with. Because from my understanding, I've read different places that top step TradeAvate accounts you can't log into NinjaTrader or something. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. All right, that was the first one. Mm, didn't get filled there. Oh, sorry, y'all. Yeah, I had an order right here to buy, but I didn't get filled. Oh, well, that would be why. Well, yeah, that's why. That's what the inside of the bars looked like. So it would have had to fill me here. That little bitty pullback. So I'm not surprised. This one I'm actually. Alright, we reversed anyway. We kept going. Alright, good morning, online safety. Now this song is gonna be stuck in my head all day. After they blow up the account. It's just a jerk move. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like until Apex either stops taking there was so many people that were approved yesterday, and I've always said, people think that I defend them. I do not defend them. I will never say a company is perfect because it's not. And I'm irritated at the payout process, and I don't even get payouts yet. So obviously, it's something where I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket, right? I would rather, the compounding or the ability to have 20 accounts is great because I think, what is the max other places? 7? Maybe one place has 10. And I'm not talking about the new. I think there's a new, maybe Fast Track. I don't know. Whatever one is, one of the new ones, you can have like 25 or something. I ain't talking about them companies. I'm talking about the ones that's been around for a while. 5 to 7, maybe 10 is the max, right? Obviously, there's certain companies like My Funded Futures that, well, I wouldn't do business with them anyway, but there's certain companies that I cannot trade with because of the way that I scalp, because you have to be in a trade for at least 10 seconds, and I'm not holding a trade longer just because you're telling me that I have to. So it's companies like that like whatever, but until Apex does something about its payout process, I personally don't want to have 20 accounts with them. I would rather have 4 or 5, and in the meantime trade accounts that I'm able to take payouts from every week or every other week. So, and it not take 2 weeks to decide whether you're going to pay me out or not, which, yeah, you have some people who are approved faster. Somebody has to be last. I've always said that. It just is what it is, but they got to do something about it. And until they do, I'm not going to put all my eggs there. You can have 40 accounts with Fast Track. That's insane. But you know what? That kind of worries me at the same time. The fact that you can have that many accounts, because what is your financial backing, to be able to do that? Don't they know I'm going on vacation next month and need some money? You're green, but never enough green. I'm weak. Just now getting approved for payout. I did it on the first day, like at 7 a.m. No rule violations at all. Yeah, it's not cool. Oh, thank you, Motivate Nation. I appreciate it. Thank you for using my code. Thank you. You got 2 approvals. Only 3K, Janelle. Don't do that. Congratulations. Yeah, 40 is a lot. I don't even know if I would want to manage 40 accounts. I'm not lying. I don't think I would. I don't know. Let's see. 1.5, 1.9. Oh, really? 2,300. We're super extended out. Is this the first resistance? Yeah. So we're reaching the first extended resistance level. I'm just so mad at those 2 trades from earlier because these are trades I did not used to take. Up until, like, this is probably the first time I've actually taken them, and the one divergence trade, that's the first time I actually sat through it hitting the previous flat area of the new high. Just annoyance. Annoyance. Nope, not the trade I'm looking for. Good morning, Predator. How are you? 20 under your name, 20 under your business name. I got you. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, Amelia, is the copy. You have to make sure that you are using a copy trader that you can trust. One that's not going to be desyncing on you and all other kind of things. I'm grateful for the 3K, but it should be at least understood. Understood. How are you this morning, Predator? Oh yeah, and I have a bone to pick with y'all. Why y'all ain't tell me my little overlay has been out of date for like 2 weeks? I looked yesterday and I was like, oh shit, that still says July 31st. But they kept extending the same sale, and I never pay attention to that thing up there. I'm not gonna lie. But then I saw that they went back to 71%. And I was like, oh, I guess it's time for me to fix it. Yeah. I don't like how y'all didn't tell me. Usually y'all be like, hey, your overlay's off. Oh yeah, my bad. My bad. But it's all good. The market really wants to piss me off. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. Alright, that's a higher low. Man, I could literally just be flat today instead. I'm going to have to definitely double contracts on the one account tomorrow for sure. Because I was only about 400 before today. I was only like 4 something away from being back at full drawdown. So I was like, okay, hopefully we get like $200 of profit today, 200 tomorrow, and I'll be good. But so I'll just double contracts tomorrow. It's no big deal. Hopefully I can get it back to full drawdown though, instead of having to purposely fail it, considering that other account's not coming back until the 1st. The one that I thought renewed on the 5th, so I purposely failed it on the 4th just to find out, or the 3rd, I think, whatever day it was, just to find out, wrong account. But yeah, I was hesitant on my trades after being green. It's so, sometimes it's so hard to not be hesitant when you're green because you just don't want to lose the profit, right? But then you miss out on trades that would have made you even more green, and it's like, why you do that? You kept forgetting to tell me. It's all good. It's my fault. I should pay attention. I was supposed to wait until we held 400 to go. I scalped early and got green, and when we held the level, I was reluctant because I'm already green 300. Yeah. Definitely understand that. I was waiting for 400. Also had a limit buy, but no fill. The no fills, I'm going to tell you, the no fills are probably the worst part about trading Renkos to me. Because if you can get a strategy that's really precise, sometimes, especially trading the way I do, where I only enter at the close of the reversal bars, you could see on the one trade that I showed you that I didn't get filled, it came back and hit my entry point, but I'll have to go back and look at the time. Actually, I'll look right now. I don't even remember what time it was. I'll have to look. I wrote it on my wait, wasn't it over here somewhere? Yeah, it was here. So, oh, well, yeah, that's why. So the reversal bar and the following bar, which is where, so my entry is at the close, well, the price of the close of the next bar, but it doesn't actually have to close. But either way, the reversal bar and the very next bar painted at the exact millisecond. So even though in that next bar it pulled back that one tick that I needed to hit my entry, it just, everything painted all at once. And the next bar painted 0.003 seconds later. So yeah, that's definitely a no fill. So that's the only thing that sucks. But the no fills, especially on a day like today, are the most annoying because I would at least just be down one trade instead of two. Or I could have just not taken those two trades and stuck with my guns about how well, the second one I would have still taken, but I would have broken even at. So if I didn't take the first trade, if I would have manually broke even on the second, I would just be down one trade. If I would have gotten filled on that third one, I would be break even despite the dumbness of me taking the first trade. So sometimes that's like the most annoying part about trading, especially because it's like, how come I don't want to make mistakes at all, but I rather just not make the right decision on days where I have a lot of trades because it can cover me. But I'm not being covered right now. You get no fills on a daily? Oh yeah, that would irritate the heebie-jeebies out of me. But you know what? I prefer limit orders though. I that's why I prefer the copy trader that I have, because I'm able to make sure that my followers have limit orders versus other copy traders that force your followers to be market orders, which I understand why they do it, because of people being caught in the loop of, first of all, they're not paying attention to their orders tab or their positions tab, and they're not paying attention because they have so many accounts. See, when you have only two accounts, you can quickly notice on your control center that you're only in one account or only in two accounts, but I have four. But when you have 20 accounts sitting there, you're not going to sit there, especially when you're scalping, you're not going to sit there and be able to count that all of your trades got put into, all of your accounts got put into trades. So I love the fact that I have limit orders on my followers, because it was one day, like probably a month ago, that I didn't realize that my trade copier was on the orders mode instead of, no, on executions mode instead of orders mode. So I'm like, how come some of my TPs are like $41 instead of 86? Well, then I realized I was in executions mode, so it had market orders on my followers. And the way that I scalp, there is absolutely no way that I can do that. I can't. It has to be limit orders, because most of my trades are lasting less than 5 seconds. So it's just flying straight through the entry and the exits. So I got to be real careful with that. Let's see. What does that say? 1.1. But yeah. I'm sitting on my hands until April setups. This chop screws me over every time. It's not where if I trade, I'm gambling because my major levels are 400 and 630. So it can go either way to me now. I'll get rinsed back and forth. Yes, both of y'all sit on your hands. Sit on them. If it don't hit your level, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Alright, that's 1.1 as well. I have to figure out how to fix, how to a great week so far. Not forcing anything. Yeah, honestly, this week's I don't like the price action per se, but at least it's not that craziness that we had, because that volatility was literally insane. And as much as we don't like super volatile or super slow markets, right, with low volatility, it's better than that mess. That was too much. But it was nice, actually. I'm going to tell you the one reason why I do like that we had that little period of time. Because just from the number of trades that happened on, what was it, August 5th, I think it was, I was able to write down, y'all, it was so many trades that day, but it helped me get, oh, this is the wrong one. It helped me get more examples for certain setups to help me kind of filter through and solidify certain rules. Literally, most of the time when I'm back testing and trying to write every trade so I can figure out what to filter through, in one day I'll probably have like, I'll say a page and a half worth of trades using each line. That day it was like 2.5. That's how many it was. So it was nice to be able to get more examples so I can kind of filter things through and also see that my strategies still would work very well on that particular day. So that was pretty nice. Um, Hold on, I looked at something yesterday and I don't remember what it was. I'm so tired. This should create a weak level, which would make that invalid. Mm-hmm. I only have an hour left. What's the news tomorrow? Nothing, basically. Oh, it's just so annoying. I felt so great coming into this week. Monday was booty. My fault though, but that was the day that I was just making a bunch of mistakes. It's gonna be a second week level. Couldn't let it be able to pay out threshold. It's only 5 days trading on it. You had some good trading days. That's why I really hope somebody made a post, I think in one of the Facebook groups, that said, so basically these people put out that survey for no reason. It's been 2 months and you ain't changed the payout process yet. I'm pretty sure that post got deleted. Then somebody else was like, yeah, they just put that out there so that they can put those 4-hour videos of them ranting about scammers and schemers. I don't know. I just feel like, and then somebody else said, it's a community vote. Child, stop. Do you really think that a business whose structure is set up to where they make money when people fail, do you really think that they care about a freaking community vote? I mean, I did the survey. Don't get me wrong. And they probably wanted to gauge what people want, yes, but they're not making any final decisions because we want certain things. It's not how that works. Because some things that we want would put them out of business, I'm quite sure. But I do feel like, why even tease the community with that survey, making people want that? Because that's some of the, getting rid of the payout window, 8 days instead of 10, the whole 150 for 4 out of the 8 days, that kind of thing. Some of those things, some of the changes that you had in the survey to get a community vote on are what people like about other firms versus yours, right? So if you knew it was something that wasn't going to be implemented anytime soon, why even do that? I don't get it. I have seen people say that support tickets are taking way less time now, which I'm pretty sure is because they've gotten through the thousands that they were behind because of all the rhythmic and issues, and then Tradeaway had issues here and there and things like that. So I'm pretty sure that they're caught up now to where they can respond a lot quicker. But until the payout process is a lot different. Mm. Most of the questions weren't questions, they were just statements. Exactly. That's why I said, like, it wasn't really a community vote. It wasn't even really to survey. Like, even the very last question is like, what? Do you understand that no with scammers and schemers? Sure. But what does that have to do with me? Like, at the end of the day, I understand why so many people do scam and scheme with Apex because of the whole 20 account thing, and you don't have to scale. They don't have scaling plans and things like that. But it's like, sometimes the risk that comes with you structuring your business a certain way. And right now, like, there was a guy who was like, there's way more good traders who are being punished versus the scammers and schemers that you're trying to prevent getting payouts. And I 1000% agree with that. But like I said before, if I have a couple of traders that's pissed off and they go elsewhere, but I'm saving millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent payouts, then, so be it. But at the same time, like, just figure out what can be put in place to prevent these things and so that you can have a more automated system. Because I even think about the pressure that can be put on the payout team. That's a lot of pressure. A lot. It is. It's a lot of pressure. I guarantee you it's that stupid ass double bottom start over there. I have to go back and look at that for sure today. I've been putting it off because I just didn't fucking feel like it, to be honest with you. But I need to look at it because I'm pretty sure. I used to have a rule of no double tops or double bottom starts with the divergence trades that are not counter trend, and I'm pretty sure that's why that trade just fucked me over. Because otherwise, that trade has never lost, literally, in the last month, and it sets up quite often. Another annoying ass day. To be honest with you, I'm so sleepy. I would rather just shut my computer off and be done with the day. I'd rather just be done, but I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I have to look at that. I literally can't put it off anymore because I don't want to have to deal with this same shit next week. Hold on, I'm just making a note. They're so annoying, man. Wait, I wrote the wrong thing. Gosh, it's so annoying. Like, I know that's the problem. I just know it is. It's either that or something else that I've noticed is like if it's divergence in the same direction of the overall trend, right? But the previous reversal bar reacted off a new session high or low, that the POC can't be opposite volume. I did notice that already. But I noticed that in like the divergences that happen beyond my major level. So it could be the same thing for that one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll look at it later. I'm too tired and I don't give a damn anymore. Good morning, versatility. Good morning. Good morning. And good morning, traders chick. Good morning. I wish it was actually, I want it to be the weekend so I can get some sleep. That's what I want. Oh shoot, I'm not on the right edge. That is what I want, my friends. But yeah, it's gotta be one of those things. Actually, I'll write that down too. Because one of those is the reason why that trade just lost. Nope. It's almost gonna take that buy. I don't even care about the P&L at all. Like, I just want to make sure I take every trade. It makes things so much easier when I journal, especially in the online journal, because I refuse to add missed trades to the TradeZella playbook. It takes too much to do all of that. So I'd rather just take every trade so I can filter through that way. Good morning, Bill. How are you this morning? I passed 3 accounts from the 4 I just bought from your code. Ooh, nice. Congratulations. Daily go hit risky scalp of this 500 rejection. Now, you just said you wasn't trading no more. You just said you wasn't trading anymore. What happened? Bill, where you been, my friend? Where's Applejacks? When they said they was working on stock and options trading a year and a half ago. I do remember that. There was probably something that got in the way of them doing it. Or how about let's just perfect what you got going on with futures first before you look into adding anything else. Hopefully that's why they stopped with that. Hopefully. Watch. When I tell you, alright, so 2 out of the 3 losses so far I already know are invalidated. Well, no, the second one wasn't invalid. I just should have broken even like I used to. But the 2 losses today, I'm pretty sure are invalidated. The first one I know for sure already. The second one, or the one that I just took, it's either that the volume problem or the fact that it started with a double bottom. One of the 2 is the problem, and I'm going to figure it out. You're a risk taker. Understood. Understood. We only got 45 minutes left. Things are about to slow down, so I'm not even going to get enough trades to try to fix this. You know, what am I at? Like negative 350 or something? 306. Because I want to take a nap as soon as I get off the charts, I'm going to look this over now. Oh, wait. Alright, that one doesn't count. It's invalidated from something else. Oh, I guess I could look at both of them at the same time. And it makes sense why. It's probably the new higher low. Because I take that trade a lot and don't really have issues. Okay, actually, it's probably not the higher low. I think it's the double bottom start. Oh, stupid. Alright, let's see what happens here. If we push down from this zone, I can't take the first divergence trade. So I'm really just waiting to see what we do here at this zone. Good morning, Applejacks. I was just asking about you. Yep, you could have held that short. How long were you going to hold it for? I trained so I couldn't trade this morning. Well, I wish I had something that I couldn't trade this morning. Because look at my P&L. But no. First trade was something I used to not take. But because it worked a couple of times when we had really high volatility, I just went ahead and took it. And no, we need to... It just doesn't work. Second trade, counter trend divergence off the new high. It hit the last flat area of a new high, came down, reversed. I only needed like one more tick to trigger my break even. I used to break even there, but because the last couple of times it went straight through it because we had such high volatility and high volume, I just thought, you know, I can go ahead and chance it going through, and no. So that should have been a break even. That last trade I'm looking at right now to see if about that one, because I don't know. It's either the double bottom, double top start, or how volume was after pushing down from a new high. One of the two. So I'm looking at through right now. Thinking about doing my own YouTube. Can you help, please? I don't know what to tell you. Just make videos. Make videos. People will come. You put out decent quality content and you have a great personality, people will come. The market hates me today. And I already know why I didn't really want to take that trade, but I took it anyway. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't follow your first mind. It's cool. It's cool. Uh-oh. Well, that just invalidated. I'm going to tell you exactly why I didn't want to take the trade. Y'all see this bar right here? It covered the whole zone. Usually I don't care about it touching the zone, but it literally covered the whole thing. And that's why I was a little iffy. And I should have stayed iffy. I'm going to tell you one thing that irritates me, myself. Like, you know what you see every day and you still just chance shit. Why? But like I said, it's because when volume and volatility was so high, some of these things were still working out. Like, this was still working out when volume and volatility was super high. So this is why I like to stick to my guns, and whatever happens, whatever works on days like today is what I need to stick with. And if I miss out on wins when volume and volatility is super high, so be it. It just is what it is. I pissed myself off. Legit. Whatever. You would have been red too. Well, just let me be the red one. It's okay. Then you can invite us to your room. What? Pay rent twice in my apartment in Boston on accident. They acting like it's so hard to give me. Oh no. As easy as it was for you to take my damn money, give it back. It ain't that hard. You could put it on your books as a refund because somebody double paid. It ain't that hard. Oh, Miss Bipolar, and she was having delusions driving them to a casino in Biloxi. Oh my gosh. Talking about people are after her and almost killed her cat. I was ready to cry about the cat. Oh my gosh. D, I'm telling you, I irritate myself. I irritate myself more than the market because literally these are the same patterns I see every day. That's why I'm trying to make it make sense in a structured way. But it's the days where everything works that screws me, and it makes me think that what I already know, maybe I'm just being too restricted. That's my problem. When things just work out on the high volume and high volatility days, I think to myself, okay, maybe you're just being too structured. Maybe you're being too restrictive, because I'll miss out on wins those days. But the reality is, no, you're not. You know what you see. I've been looking at the same charts since January. I know what I see. The only thing that's changed is me introducing order flow. But I mean, as far as like what I see in the structure every day, it's the same thing every day. No matter if it's choppy, no matter if it's trending, I see the same thing every day. Like, I knew this was going to be a problem. This is why I draw the zones to begin with. I knew this was going to be a problem. But because a couple of times last week it worked out, I took it. But yeah, Applejack's bipolar disorder is very difficult to deal with. I had a cousin, I have a cousin now who's bipolar, and yeah, there was a time where I was at her house and she was into it with her boyfriend, and her baby at the time was pretty, like, still in a car seat, like really young. And so because sometimes she can get a little much, I just took the baby and was putting her on the other side of the couch. I wasn't even walking towards the door or anything. And she was like, "You're trying to take my baby from me." I'm like, hold on. Wait. Nobody's trying to take your baby at all. I'm just putting her over here to get her out of the way in case you throw something, anything like that. But it's very difficult to deal with. Bipolar disorder and schizophrenia are probably two of the hardest disorders to contain. There's others as well, like sociopaths, psychopaths. There's a lot of stuff. But the two where you kind of see often just like in your family and things like that, those two are very, very hard. Schizophrenia, it's probably even harder. Well, bipolar disorder, you have to deal with the mood swings, but the delusions from schizophrenia are really bad sometimes. Like, most of the criminals that I took care of at the state facility that I used to work at, most of them were schizophrenic and unalived people during their time of being unmedicated, and the voices telling them to do certain things, and yeah, very difficult to deal with. Because the voices don't really ever go away. Even on medication, most of the time they're not going to go away. And on top of that, a lot of times, many of them had other things combined with the schizophrenia, like intellectual disabilities and things like that. So then not only do you hear these voices, but then you lack the capacity sometimes to even know that they are voices and they're not really there, kind of thing. It's a lot. A lot. I was literally thinking I would happily take custody of my niece, because no ma'am. And she has my 10-year-old niece and her sister, who is turning 6 today. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot for children to deal with, for sure. Your Lord and Savior has bipolar disorder? I believe so. He got a lot more going on than that. Because his delusions are at an all-time high. Sometimes I wonder, like, I ain't even being funny. I really wonder if he really believes half the stuff that comes out of his mouth. I'm not going to lie. She was in and out of a facility 2 years ago. She has to get out. Our family don't have the best relationship, too. So she doesn't really have a lot of people who can help her out. Yeah, that's difficult. Very difficult. This is literally my worst week since I started trading order flow, and it's literally all my fault. Every trade that well, not every single one, because there was a couple that I lost where I just didn't know yet, but a lot of my losses this week has just been mistakes, or like today, it wasn't necessarily a mistake. It's just I thought those things really didn't matter, and they do. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be finishing this so that I could take my freaking nap. I was about to yawn and that made me think about it. All right. Yeah, some of the things that I've had to witness, experience, know about, patients that I've taken care of. Yeah. But that's one of the reasons why I preferred to be in psych, because the mind is a beautiful thing. And the fact that dysregulation and certain like hormone imbalances and things like that, and by hormones I don't mean testosterone and estrogen, I mean other hormones. But the fact that so many things can lead to a person's decline, the fact that, you know, brain scans can show structure changes and just different things like that to show why certain people have these changes in their mental capacity, is a crazy thing to witness. That is for sure. Oh, fuck. I was only looking for, oh, it didn't matter. I didn't miss anything. I am so tired. She got mad at baby daddy number 2 and stopped taking them, which is why she acting like that right now. That's the other thing with people who are like that, is some of the reason, well, I mean, a lot of times the reasons why many of them stop taking it is because they feel better, so they feel like they don't need them. And I don't know why you don't think about the fact that you feel better because of the medications. But either way, to stop taking the medications because you're mad at one of your baby daddies is a little insane. You're only hurting yourself. Such bad language. Did I cuss? I don't even remember. If I did, I ain't sorry. I cussed. It is what it is. Is laziness a mental illness? Because my brother needs to be. Unfortunately, it's not. Nope. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wish I could be lazy. I wish I could just turn my brain off. I wish I could just turn it off for like a couple hours a day so I don't have to think. So I could just relax. I do wish that sometimes. Because sometimes I just feel like it's my drive that kind of scares me sometimes. But I will tell you what, I'm going to get, once I get where I want to be and I got this strategy where I'm going to be so lazy, I ain't going to lie to you. I feel like I deserve the laziness. Even in my 2 years so far of being without a job and just taking a break from life, it wasn't a damn break. Y'all see what I do every day. If you think that I get off these charts when I'm done streaming and I just journal for my little 30 minutes to 45 minutes and I just go and enjoy the rest of my day and never look at my charts again, you're crazy. I can't tell you how many 8 and 10 hour days I've had in the last 8 months. But I gave myself a year. So we're still 4 months out. Because that's what happens when you're putting a strategy together from forward testing. Back testing just takes so many hours, you guys. Like, just writing I told y'all all the trades from August 5th, because that was the really high volatility day and I had 2.5 pages worth of trades. I can't even tell you how many hours it took. It probably took me at least 4 hours to write all of that down. 4. Because again, I'm really detailed when I write down each trade, because that's the only way for me to have all the data to be able to sift through it. 4 hours, one day. Yeah. So, I wish I could just be done. And every time I think I'm done, I'm not done. And that's the most annoying part. But it's usually just based off of setups that just don't happen that much. So I can't really do much about that, really. Yeah, I can't do much about trades just not really setting up that often. I have to wait for them to set up to give me all the data that I need to make whatever adjustments need to be made. But my goodness, it's so annoying. Bill. What's good is ending now. Can't wait for the Bahamas in March. I'm stopping while I'm green. Have a great day. You have a great day as well, Predator. Yes, please stop while you're ahead. Should have knew something was going to be off when I really didn't have very many trades before 9 o'clock. It really in the first 15 minutes. That was the issue right there. That gives me all the information that I need. Alright, it's not the double bottom, double top start. It's that trade after the new high or low. Actually, wait, that one doesn't count. I was about to say, I forgot what I'm even looking for. Kind of one piece of for lunch. I'm so sorry. Jumping rope. Did you do it again, or are you still sore from that first time? You know, the first time you do certain exercises or like switch up your workout routine, oh my gosh, you could be so sore for a couple of days, and it's like you start rethinking everything. Was I really supposed to do all that? I usually don't get sore like the day after. I get sore the second day after. Man, this week it's just been, oh man. The last 2 days I was chipping away at the loss from Monday, but today it's just put me under. The crazy thing is I used to, before I started trading, I don't want to count that one. Before I started trading order flow, that particular divergence, it was always I could not take a double bottom start or middle. Of course, now the market, I'm not gonna get anything else. I highly doubt. Shit. Hopefully. Those don't count either. Oh, great. I literally just looked at this on August 5th. Literally just looked at this on August 5th. That's funny. That is crazy. Wait, what did I sound tired. I am. I do not get sleep. I got off the game at like midnight because I was so tired and still couldn't fall asleep till like 3 o'clock this morning. I really don't get sleep, you guys. I don't. I do not. I literally was just looking at this. It's insane. Tired and trading don't work. I'm not making mistakes because I really didn't make mistakes. I just thought that I could get rid of certain rules because of what I saw was working when volatility and volume was high. But I have to stick to my guns about certain things. Because winning them when volatility and volume is unusually high, but losing them when volatility and volume is normal, I'd rather just not take the trades when I have way more trades than take them in days like this where I don't have a lot of trades, and the trades that I do have are trades that I don't want to take. So I'd rather just have a break even day, or not trade at all, not have setups or whatever, than have losing days because I'm taking trades of what worked when I had a day with 15 trades. 15 setups happen. But yeah, my red day is not because I'm tired. I'm tired every day. I don't want to eat out. You did what again yesterday, Applejack's eating out? Oh. Never mind. You're talking about the jump roping. Not pay my bills. Please. Please do. But yeah, this is crazy that I literally was just looking at this 10 days ago. Because again, I noticed certain things, but 10 days ago, I didn't really have, let's see, if I go back to August 5th, I didn't really have enough data to come to a conclusion all the way. So I didn't make a decision on it. But like I said, I actually don't think that it's the double bottom, double top start. I think that it's it being after a new high or low, and the POC being, so it was after a new high, volume pushed down significantly. The POC was in the wick with seller volume. So the thought process is this, because I told you guys everything has to make sense for me to be able to make it a rule so that I can remember it. So if we push off of a new high, so let's say the new high is here, and there's way more volume in this swing than the previous one. Well, the sellers have taken over, right? And we're pushing off of a new high, which is a huge resistance level. It's a very strong level of resistance. So the sellers have taken over. Now, yes, I'm in divergence, so things are a little bit but things are different when it's divergence going in the same direction of the trend and counter trend divergence. Those are two different things. Okay, so what happens is you can't really trap the sellers because the sellers already took over, and that particular trade is an attempt to trap the sellers at one of the half trend levels, but again, they've already taken over, so you can't trap them. So that's why I'm pretty sure it had to do with the session high or low, not the double bottom, double top start. Because I already have a rule that when it's this particular divergence like here, where we pretty much almost pull back to the change zone. The previous one pulled back, I think, to the middle half trend. But I've already gotten rid of, like, this trade can't be where the previous bar pushes off of a new session high or low. So, or it can, but it can't be opposite volume in the POC. So I've already figured it out for that, and it just probably needs to transfer over to that trade as well. Because all the other examples of double bottom, double top starts, they work out just fine. So it was that, which is cool, and that's very easy for me to remember anyway. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. So we'll just try to come back tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow I'm just going to multiply contracts on the second account, because now I have to make up about, damn, did I write it down? Yeah, I'm going to have to make up like $800. So hopefully I have a good trading session tomorrow. I don't make mistakes. I keep certain rules that I already had set, that I reversed when it was working out, when volatility was super high. I'm just going to go back to my original rule set with certain things, and we'll be good to go. I'm probably going to jump straight out the gate tomorrow, and because by the end of the 2-hour session, like, I don't want to have to continue trading and just blow the account and stuff. So it's probably starting at the beginning of the session, I'm just going to risk half of the available drawdown per trade and go from there. Like, I don't even feel like being bothered by the damn account. I don't. So we're either going to get back to full drawdown quickly, or we're going to fail quickly, and either way I am 1000% okay with it. So if we fail it, I'll just have one account to trade for a while, for a couple weeks, and that's fine. You have sleep apnea? Why don't you have a CPAP machine? Applejacks don't owe that. Bill, fun fact, I don't like flowers. I don't like flowers. I'm not a typical, not to say that typical women like flowers, but a lot of women like flowers. I don't like the smell of flowers, and they die. So I don't like them. But the smell of most flowers give me the icks. Oh, do I only have one example? Well, now two of that? There's no way. Am I overlooking? Well, we haven't been trading at the highs and lows that much lately, though. So that makes sense why I don't have a lot of examples of it. Price is in a place where I don't even think I'll be able to get another trade, but I'm gonna still be here looking at the charts to see, but I don't think so. Alright, that one doesn't count either. Still be here looking. Fuck. Let's hope my husband at 2 flowers that exactly. Don't give me flowers. One girl was like, my boyfriend buys me flowers every week and I just replace them. Baby, buy me something else. If you gotta buy me something that I have to replace, you gotta replace every week. Well, I think that's a bad return on investment. And it's not like flowers make me feel more loved or something. I don't know. Flowers just not my thing. At all. At all. Alright, well, we're pushing up, but I can't take buys until we break 522.75, so I just have to sit here. What's this look like on oh, you're on the wrong screen, bud. Most people trade on 5. See, that price action is not that bad, but let me look on a 30 if it's alright, we just broke it. Let's see what happens. You'll pay my bills with my money. I usually send food instead of flowers. Food is so much better. Even though that's temporary too, at least I like food. Take me on a vacation. I will look at dead flowers and admire their form of beauty as the cycle of life. Yeah, I don't like flowers. I also don't like shopping. I don't like a lot of things that most women like, so. Period, Janelle. Period. Period. All right, so I have gone through all the data that I have for the last month, and I can quickly tell you that the double bottom, double top start was not the problem. It was that trading after the new session high. Matter of fact, I think I only have 2 examples of it today, and one that happened on July 24th. It won on July 24th, but it was at a different level. But either way, I'm just gonna get rid of it, and that's very easy to do because I don't really take very many trades after a new session high or low anyway. And like I said, I've already gotten rid of the divergence trade that does it because I already noticed the pattern with that one. It's literally on my cheat sheet. It says that divergence going in the same direction of the trend. It says if it's after a new higher low, the volume cannot be opposite my trade direction in the PLC, which is what that was. So we'll just transfer that data right on over to all of the divergence trades that happen going in the direction of the trend, and it's that simple. So simple. Actually, this is incorrect. Oh wait. write the wrong thing down? Oh, that's why. I did this part. Alright, so I'm about to go back through real quick. Now that I know for sure it's not the double bottom, double top start, I'm about to go through real quick and make sure I didn't miss any of the ones, like the whole after a new high thing. Oh, there's one. I was looking for divergence, but that one. Today was a day. But you gotta be grateful for the lessons. As I told you guys before, I'd rather learn all my lessons before I'm in PAs. Because, baby, don't do this to me when I'm in a place where I can make some money. Do all of this now. Please. I'd rather it happen now. Can't take this pullback. It's right after a 1 bar pullback, which means the volume of this swing, I can't compare it to this because it's a 1 bar pullback. It's not a real swing. So I can't take that trade. All right, 723. All right. That one was a loss after a new high. It was a regular pullback at my middle half trend though. It wasn't divergence, but either way, I just think all the trades in that direction should not be taken, to be honest. Which, like I said, that'll be really easy for me to not do. Super easy. That's not even something that I'll have to embed in my brain. Bye, Bill. Have a great day. Shopping has become a... Yeah, Applejacks. That's why I don't like going to the store. I refuse to go shopping with my mother, my sister, anybody. Like, if I go shopping, it's because I'm looking for something specific. And because of my height, the size of my feet, because of my height, my body shape, it's very difficult for me to find things in the store most of the time. Now, if I'm looking for like a black shirt or, you know, something like that, I'll just go to Ross real quick. I can find one of them. But most of the time, they either don't have my size or they don't have the color I'm looking for. Like, I started online shopping so long ago, and I just don't like people. I hate malls. There are way too many people. I don't know what you went through today. Somebody can look at you wrong, and now you want to chew up the whole place. I don't got time for that. When I could just go online, click a few buttons. If I don't like it, I can quickly return it very easily. If it doesn't fit right, I can quickly return it easily without having to drive. Because that's the other thing. I don't really have malls that are very close to me either. So to drive that far to be disappointed because you don't have what I need. Do you know how much gas is? Now you just made me waste my gas. I'm confuzzled. We ain't doing it. We ain't doing that. All right. Day is ended. I was 0-5. Should be 5. Pretty sure it's 5. Let's see. No, 4. 4 times. Oh, commissions. Yeah. So I was on 4 today. One of the trades definitely should have been break even. The other 3 should just not have been taken at all. But that also makes me think that there's, and so this is the other thing. Whenever I am journaling, I definitely write down trades that I missed that I already have rules for, but I also write down like any trades that are clear wins where it's like, okay, maybe you're being a little too restrictive with certain things or whatever, so that I can see if later down the line I can add it. Because even even though I'm trying to create the strategy to be very precise and to work in any market, high volume, low volume, high volatility, low volatility, I should not, because of the way that I'm scalping, I should never have a day where I only have one valid trade. Now, technically, I had two because I had the one trade where I didn't get filled. You guys, I don't think you saw it on this screen because my Renkos were out of the screen at the time. I'm not sure if it showed up on the time-based chart, but either way, I shouldn't only have two trades. And I've already been thinking that I'm too restrictive on one of the, basically the regular divergence where there's a higher high, higher low, higher high, but not counter trend when it's going in the direction of the trend. I think I'm a little too restrictive on that trade. I've already been telling myself that for like the last probably week or so. I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple of setups that happened today that one that I didn't take because I haven't figured out how I want to lessen the rules for them. So we'll see long term, because I think that that is a setup that I'm going to really, really like, because most of the time it's taking the trade on the change zone. So there's a lot of support or resistance, obviously, if we're going for a sale, but there's a lot of support or resistance there. So I want to be able to capitalize off of that. But yeah, so I'll show you guys the accounts dashboard real quick. And then I'm going to quickly journal these four little funky ass trades and go take a nap. Yesterday, it actually didn't take me that long to journal and put everything into TradeZilla as well, which was cool. Hopefully I can continue with that trend because I don't like taking an hour and a half, 2 hours to journal. So that's where we're at. So this is the account that I probably won't risk half the drawdown. What I'll probably do is go 3 contracts per trade. Let's see, 2,500 minus 1615. So I got to make up 885. Now I'm probably going to do 4 contracts per trade tomorrow. And either it's going to blow or it's going to be back at full drawdown. If I get back to full drawdown, then I will just go back. I'll probably just stop trading altogether on the account, and just wait to restart on Monday so that I'm starting Monday fresh with a $2,500 drawdown. Or I'll just reduce back to 1 contract and it just is what it is from there. So we'll see. We will see. Slightly green. I'm done. Gonna go and do something productive. See you, Janelle. Not Applejack singing. Where's it to? Done trading on the live account now. Send 101 from October 1st. I'm trading for 90 minutes today only. My system is fire, but I have to work on the greed. You know what? Sometimes, like when you have a system that works really, really well, I think that it's so easy, like you said, to like you have to work on the greed aspect, because if you know that you have a really good edge, sometimes it could be so hard to stop yourself because it's like, but my system is really good. So I could stay in this another hour and make another $5,000. So yeah, I definitely you're tilting the positive way. Do you think the market is similar to sports? What do you mean? Am I good at cooking and cleaning? Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I don't cook soul food because I don't like soul food. I knew at a young age it wasn't good for you because I didn't like the way that it made me feel after I ate it. So I could learn to cook certain stuff like that, but I would rather not cook foods that are not good for you. Greed is the reason I blew up my 2 PAs. Yep. But what do you mean, Trenches? If I think the market is similar to sports, in what aspect? Oh yeah, and cleaning, yeah, I'm pretty good with cleaning, but I rather just get rich and pay people to clean because that's not my ministry. I have a bad back. I don't need to be bending over cleaning baseboards every week when I could just pay somebody to do it. But yeah, greed is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. And it's always when you just want that, I just want that one last trade. Just that one last trade. Gets you every time. Every time. I'm just going back through, making sure I didn't miss anything. And I'm looking for Trenches to answer my question. Trenches, if you're going to answer my question in 30 seconds, I am getting out of here and going to take my nap. And we can talk about it tomorrow. Sorry, I'm sleepy. I'm so tired. Playing a different team every day. Yes and no. So I'm going to say yes because the market, I think it depends. But okay, I'm going to say yes and no. I say yes because the market gives us something different each day as far as the volume, the volatility, things like that. However, I'm going to say no because I also feel like the market paints the same patterns, maybe not daily, but it's the same patterns over and over. And we know this because that's how we come up with our strategies, right? Like, you trade a certain way because of certain patterns that you see consistently in the market. Online Safety has created a system based on what he sees, the same patterns that he sees in the market. Applejacks, Janelle, Amelia, all of us, Predator, all of us trade a certain way, right? True Seeker. We all created our, well, Applejacks ain't create her strategy. She trades ICT. But still, even with ICT, right, you have to have a certain level of discretion because you don't take every single fair value gap. There's a reason why when a fair value gap paints, certain people take the trade and certain people don't because of certain discernment, or maybe they see that this particular pattern that happened right before the FVG, or how price painted while it was in the FVG, or how it reacted off of the FVG. That's why some people trade it and some people don't. So I feel like while we may see a different market each day, is still the same patterns in that market, and that's how we created the strategies that we all trade to begin with. But it's just like with sports, you're playing a different team, right? But you're still seeing the same thing over and over. They're coming at you with the same man-to-man defense, the same 1-2-2, 3-2, 2-3. It's not like you see different defenses, right? You have standard defenses. You got the 2-3, 1-2-2. Each one of those can be matchups. You got the 1-3-1. You have a 1-3-1 press, a 1-2-2 press. You have a man-to-man. You have the same defenses. Now, offenses might be a little bit different, right? But still, you have a motion offense. You might have an offense where, like, we used to run this box and one, and I've seen other teams run it where you put 2 people on the elbows, 2 people on the boxes, you screen down, those people go out, those people stay down, and now you're out into a 5 out. So offenses might change a little bit, right? But defenses, you see the same ones all the time. So, and that team might be different, but what you're going up against is the same. So, yeah, I guess it is kind of like sports a little bit. Yep, exactly. The playbooks are pretty similar. Like, all right, if you play Madden, right? You might play with a different team. Some of the offenses or defense are a little bit different in those playbooks, but they're essentially the same. That's why when you look at the playbook, like in Madden, for instance, you have to choose the category first. Is it a running play or are you throwing the ball? How many wide receivers do you want to have out there? Are you rushing? Like, you know, it's all the same thing. And that's why I've said before, time and time again, as much as people try to say that the Nasdaq is so erratic, which it's erratic sometimes, yes, but they try to say that it's so different every day. It's really not. It's not. You guys are getting payouts because of patterns that you've identified in the market that you see every day or every week, whatever. Now, the pattern that you took the play off of today, you might not have took that particular pattern or setup in the last 3 days, but in the last couple of days in between time, you saw other patterns that you see in the market consistently. The biggest thing is figuring out how you want to view those patterns that are consistently painting every single day and making them make sense for how you want to trade. That's it. And I mean, even think about it. Most people's strategies are either pullbacks or some kind of counter trend divergence or just counter trend, period. That's it. Most people's counter trend trades are based off, like, a lot of people will just trade the tap of a resistance or support level or a supply or demand level. Now, how they trade out of those levels might be a little bit different, but most people's counter trend trades are either divergence or it hitting some kind of level. Most people trades with the trend is typically some kind of pullback. We're all trading the same way. We're just, the way that we interpret the data and create strategies off of it is different, but we're all trading kind of the same thing. And that's another reason why I wanted to specifically get into order flow, because most people are trading about the same way. It's just a matter of interpreting the data, which I think that order flow allows you to interpret things way different than if you cannot see inside of the bars that you're trading. But again, how you interpret that data is different for each person. Nope, Motivate Nation. I have one PA that I got accidentally while I was trying to fill an account. That was back in March. And I refused to trade it until I finish developing my strategy. I'm not a gambler, so it makes no sense for me personally to trade an account that I know I'm not ready to trade, because I don't want to get in the cycle of cycling through PAs because I'm failing them. So, no. So for the last 8 months of me being on YouTube, it's been, I didn't come here to show the journey of payouts. I came here to show the journey of putting a strategy together and how difficult it is and how stressful it is and how you're going to have highs and lows. And eventually that journey is going to change into, all right, y'all can go back and just scroll through and look at all my negative days, and now look at me. I've gotten my strategy together. I'm consistently profitable, and now I'm getting payouts. That's the journey that I wanted to see, or that you will see. But yeah, no withdrawals from Apex. No withdrawals from anybody because I'm not trading PAs. Report in chat GPT is down. Oh no. Did they say how long it's going to be down for? Is there any other AIs that you can use? But yeah, Motivate Nation. I'm not the person that's focused on payouts personally, but that's also because I've been trading for so long and I have a strategy that works that's not scalping. but I just want to scalp, so that's what I'm focused on. But I could easily open up a chart and just trade my old strategy with Apex and go on about my business, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to be on the charts past 10:45 in the morning. And when I used to trade that particular way, I definitely had to be on the charts longer than that, because not all the time did my trades, my setups happen in the first hour and a half, 2 hours of being on the charts. So, and a lot of my setups will happen in the middle of the night. I just had to be on the charts way too much. So we're gonna focus on getting this scalping strategy together, and that's all that matters for me. The payouts will come when my strategy is ready, and until my strategy is ready, I'm not even gonna chance it. I'm not. But yeah, so I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Today was trash, Monday was trash, but hopefully we can make up for it tomorrow. We'll just multiply contracts, see what happens from there, and just kind of go from there. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.